Hello, I'm Raelcun. I'm a fox on the internet sometimes. I go by they, them pronouns. We're here to do Maiden and Spell, but we have a very important question before we get started. Who won the bid war? Which Maiden are we spelling?
We will be spelling the Royal Arcanist.
Ooh, that's a lot of letters. That's hard to spell.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
So with me, I've got two lovely commentators. Why don't you both introduce yourselves?
Okay. Hi, it's me, PT. If you've been doing the early morning block, this may or may not be your fourth time seeing me this event. I'm here doing my best cosplay as a morning person. I go by they, she pronouns, and we're going to do some bullets of the hecking variety, which I am not good at, but I am good at yapping about it.
Hi, I'm Mikan. I play video games sometimes, and Ray and I just had some muffins, and I'm kind of just a comfy burrito here. It's great.
Mikan also runs the Maiden and Spell tournament that we have here live at GDQ.
right.
So if you're here, you should sign up for that. It's later today.
8 p.m.
At 8 p.m.
Okay.
8 p.m. That's right.
But with that, we'll get started. The timer gives a very obvious countdown. When I get into it, it'll be like, starting soon, and like give a countdown on screen. So once that countdown finishes, you can start the timer. But I'm just going to start here on hard mode, and let's get it going. So, and there we go. Time starts there. So this is a 1 versus 1 bullet hell fighter. And as you can see, the Arcanist likes to drop a moon on your head.
I love the moon.
I just love that my move is I use moon.
I mean, what else do you need, really? When
This
you
is
have
true.
the power of the moon.
This is
So
very true.
since we're playing story mode, we're not just doing the fighter mode constantly against AIs who have progressively more difficult, dodging ability. When you get them down to 1 heart, which you can see in the top right, they go into a boss attack, which gives them a health bar, and then you have to deplete that and move on to their next card. So currently, you see Lich of Flowers has 2 hearts. The first character in the story mode is not very good at dodging, as you can see, but they will get better at dodging and give us more difficult attacks as they go into these Magnus modes. But you can see that Arcanist has a couple different things she's doing. Mikan, you want to give the overview on Arcanist's abilities?
Yeah, Arcanist, each of the characters has a basic attack. Arcanist shoots out a little shotgunnable, which you'll see Ray do quite often. A wide attack, which specifically does not target the enemy, that I don't think you'll be using much at all.
Yeah, not on Arcanist.
not in this mode at all. The moon, which is quite extraordinary, actually, covers a lot of ground. Arcanist can use it to corral the other character, to where you want him to be. And a defensive, which Arcanist is a little special in that it has 2 functions. She can shoot off debuffs towards the target, and she also has like a little time stop component where you can be immune to damage inside of, which I don't think you'll see the time stop that often because the debuffs are just pretty dang helpful on these Magnus attack sections where you actually have to do HP damage.
Yeah, it also puts your debuffs on cooldown. So
Yes.
you'll notice that after you hit the enemy, they get invulnerable for a few seconds. So I'm trying to time these moons so that right as they become vulnerable, the moon is on top of
It's a
her.
little bit of bullying, actually.
I mean, it is a bullet hell, and it is one of those cases where it's a 1v1. And I feel like if there's anything we've learned from the FGC or from games where you are a single player against the world, if you're not bullying, are you actually playing the game?
We're just going for the meaty setup, you know?
You don't need to just beat the other player. You have to completely embarrass them.
Well, consider everything that's going on the screen, too. Like all the bullets, all the beams, and all types of other nonsense that's going on. We saw with the previous one, we had a whole Rose coming out shooting stuff, and now this one's shooting, is it beams? Is it swords? How about a little bit of A and B? So I feel like the
Big
only
lasers? Yeah.
I feel like the only appropriate answer is bullying.
So this is kind of the flow that we're going to get. We get the versus mode, and then we get them down to 1 heart. They do the boss attack, and then we repeat. And as we go through each character, I think there's 6 in the story mode. It is going to get more difficult. So if you have a couple donations, Mint, now is a good time to go through a few.
Perfect. Ivan donated $100 to Doctors Without Borders.
Hell yeah, Ivan.
Ray, you continue to be one of my absolute favorite humans. Thanks for being so kind and for bringing me into this community. With that $100 donation, Ivan has been entered to win all of the prizes in our current block and is almost halfway to being entered to win our grand prizes on that alone. Check out the prizes at gdq.gg/prizes. They are all wonderful.
Right.
So something else I really like about the Magnus mode in particular is that when they get into Magnus mode, you don't have to go for the itty bitty hitboxes anymore to say, oh, this is where my hit is, like what just happened there. They instead get that full little radius, but then in exchange, you get that radius and then they get a full health bar.
Yes.
So your objective becomes that of, hey, you have to whittle down this health bar instead of just getting that singular hit on the world's tiniest hitbox. But consider moons.
Yes.
Moons are
Moon is big.
pretty good, no matter what size you're fighting, actually.
I hate this attack.
Yeah, the entire circle around the enemy is the hitbox during these Magnus attack modes. Hero Frost is a little tricky.
Yeah, this attack in particular, you'll see these vertical, like, the squares that drop down. They drop at different speeds, and sometimes they just line up and don't give you a good gap in between them. So hopefully...
Nice.
Frost behaves. There we go.
Yeah.
It's like my least favorite attack of Frost. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. So if you got more donations, man, go for it.
Don't mind if I do. $25 was donated by Farah. Ray, Asher and I are cheering you on. We know you've got this, love. Less than 3.
Thanks, Faye.
We also had a $25 donation from Paige as well, simply saying, yay. I cannot agree more. This
Yay!
I've played a lot of Rabbit and Steel, which is a very similar game, and I am not this good at it.
Yeah, this is made by Minodev, the same person who made Rabbit and Steel, and you can kind of see the bones of this game in Rabbit and Steel, because the control scheme that we went over at the beginning with the primary, secondary, special, and defensive is the same in Rabbit and Steel.
So if there's any Rabbit and Steel players out there and you're interested, we have a tournament where you might already know how the controls work at 8 p.m. tonight. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
What a coinky dink.
It's almost like we mentioned that earlier.
We should mention it again and like 3 more times.
If you want more information on that, I believe you can find it on gdq.gg/activities.
True.
This is Stormby. She's my favorite.
Is it because the bun ears?
Because she's bunny, yeah.
She's a problem.
And a problem.
Because she's fast, so what we've been doing of kind of corralling the enemy AIs doesn't work on her because she's so darn fast.
She's so darn fast.
She just... Storm, especially when she appears later in the lineup of characters, she gets hit when she decides she wants to get hit.
Yeah.
It's also why we're playing on hard instead of very hard. Because the very hard AI, the Magnus attacks are still pretty manageable, but they're so much better at dodging that problem of them just deciding to get hit is huge on very hard. They can just waste a bunch of time because they don't feel like getting hit when you're playing on very hard. So hard mode is just more consistent for speedrunning and a little bit less random. So I like to play it hard.
I really like your wording of when they decide to get hit, as though it is a choice of them saying, would I like to be hit today?
Well, when you're dealing with AI and a bullet hell, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I've decided I will not be taking damage. Thank you for asking. But yeah, we see a lot of that too because of the fact that she has been pretty consistently dodging moons. That moon actually got her, which I think for most of them, the moons haven't been hitting unless you're in the Magnus mode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's also a big goober in the story.
A big goober?
Yeah, she's...
Oh no.
She's real silly.
I mean, her boss fight kind of seems silly with the clones and the lasers and the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Magnus attack of hers is called Volt Tackle. And you'll see it.
You might still get to see it in this one. Yeah, the amount of spell cards. I called them spell cards, sorry.
They're basically spell cards.
Basically spell cards. The amount of Magnus attacks the enemy gets kind of depends on what stage you're on, since I think this is the 3rd monster?
Yeah, we're on the 3rd boss.
This is 3rd or 4th?
Oh, no, 4th would be depth for Arcanist, right?
I don't remember.
So you'll see all but one. You'll see all but one.
I just remember who's last. Here's Volt Tackle. It's like, I can't tell you who's next. But the thing, we haven't really mentioned it, but Storm summons a clone of herself who mirrors her abilities. And in the versus mode, it's a real problem when they form like a right angle with each other, because that makes it just really hard to dodge. So I try to keep them in line with each other, and I to the point of like dodging a lot to keep them from being at a right angle. When we get to this point and beyond, once you hit their second to last Magnus, they don't go back into the versus mode, and they just do their last Magnus. And this attack, she's just showing off how fast she is, just showing off this is some Sonic stuff going on, where the entire screen is now her hitbox because she's flying around so quickly. So we just camp at the bottom and try to keep our debuffs up because they do increase our damage if they don't fall off.
I wonder if the the wide attack would be good during that because it hits everywhere. No?
Nope.
Okay. I'm sure you've tried it.
I've experimented the DPS on a lot of things. But yeah, if you have more donations, man, go for it. We're just, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody who donated for Arcanist.
Awesome. We have a $50 donation here from Mythic Beast saying, Decepticons rise up. As a reminder, we have a bid war for the Transformers run for Autobot versus Decepticon campaign, and Autobot has a staggering lead of a bit over $300. I know earlier in the night there was a lot of love for the Decepticons. I think we really need the Decepticon fans to come out in droves and knock Autobots out of the lead.
Some of the Arcanists, or the Red Hood patterns, you can kind of solve by just moving back and forth, like this one. I just wasn't in the right spot at the beginning, so I kind of messed it up.
One thing to mention now that Ray only had 1 heart left on that attack.
It's fine.
If you do manage to lose all of your hearts doing a Magnus attack, you do have to do the previous versus section first to get back to that Magnus attack. But thankfully, you do get all your hearts back once you finish a Magnus attack. So,
Ooh, that's gross.
It kind of counts as a little checkpoint.
Red Hood is a problem
She's
on
tough.
high difficulty.
She's pretty good for if you're playing in the tournament later.
Hey, she just took that hit. I'll take it.
You take those?
She's pretty good in beginner player versus modes.
Yes.
Let's say.
The tournament, which we've mentioned a few times,
A couple times.
usually winds up with not many people who are super experienced. So it becomes less of one person showing up and bodying everybody and more of it being a tournament about who can learn the game the fastest, which makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah. We're pretty silly there. We're not very serious about it. So it's all good fun. So you can come at any skill level and you might just win a couple of rounds.
Something else I wanted to point out too, as we had already kind of mentioned it as we progress through the game, it's going to get a little bit more difficult as you go. You can also see that difficulty increasing, not just with how disrespectful the game is becoming, but also as Ray moves through the game, you have to go through more phases because the first couple of them is like, okay, here's your 2, maybe 3 stack. Now you're into the territory where it's like, no, here's your 4 stack. You have to do this 4 times now. I also love that sometimes your bullets are daggers.
Yeah, Red Hood has dagger bullets.
Have you ever made your bullets pointy? Extra pointy.
That's new technology right there. They should just do that.
You just make your bullets
do it.
pointy.
You won't like this one either, PT.
Nah, that's unacceptable, actually. I'm not. So Ray has been giving me a hard time because we were practicing earlier and Ray was doing like one of the little boss rush modes where it's like a 4v1 and other stuff. And Ray is just casually going, oh yeah, this is an easy attack to dodge because you just move left. And I'm like, see, you put the word just in front, like there's not a bunch of things on the screen. And like I said, I am not particularly good at bullet hells, but I really enjoy playing them.
It's depth.
But we're going to stop here for a second because there's cute coming.
Jellycat.
Jellycat.
Jellycat on the big GDQ
gosh.
stage.
Oh no.
She trapped me in the corner. I was trying, because like if she exploded that primary, I was in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's have
So I was
some
trying to-
nasty tricks she can do to kind of checkmate you.
And her special is just that shotgun up close. It's really nasty.
Very quick shotgun.
So you'll notice that sometimes in these versus modes, I will just take hits because playing very aggressive in exchange for taking hits is fast. The problem is then if I take too many hits, I need to slow down and be more careful.
Right, because you don't want to have to go back and
Yeah.
do the versus section over again.
This is where Arcanist's speed is a downside because she's one of the faster characters.
Oh, no.
So dodging that pattern on Arcanist specifically is actually kind of hard because she's so fast. It's hard to do the micro dodges.
Yeah, you'd think high move speed might help out, but it's also kind of a hindrance too. And Arcanist is one of the faster characters whenever she's not.
That's where the speed helps. But yeah, if you have a couple more donations, Mint, while we're just going through this section again, go for it.
Well, $15 came in from Amerlin.
Hell yeah.
Thirsty little grunt here. Hi, Mint. Good luck on the run, Ray. You're going to kill it. There's lore on that one. If you know, you know.
Are you the one that Amy made read that?
I sure am.
Okay, so that's not just at me, that's at you too.
I'm scared and I don't know how I feel
GD
about
Queer lore, hello, I'm the lead for GD Queer. We just announced that this year's GD Queer is going to be October 3rd and 4th. Tune in. And if you're curious, you should follow the GD Queer Blue Sky.
If I recall correctly, that might be the only clip that was pinned in the Discord that entire event.
Yeah, most of them were images, but that clip was it's up there. I'm sorry, that might be my fault because I actually pinged Emerlin with that clip recently, so I reminded him.
Yeah, you put that to the top of the brain rot pile. That
I'm
was
sorry.
100% your fault. I don't know if you can blame anyone but yourself for
But yeah,
that.
if you have more, go for it.
Sure thing. Neon sent in $10 saying trans rights, smiley face.
Hell yeah.
These bars. The only thing that's a redemption for this is the Jellycat.
I love Jellycat.
Jellycat's pretty good.
There was a Jellycat keychain for sale recently. I don't think it is anymore.
Oh.
It's really cute.
Mikan wanted Frost to win because that means we get more Storm Beasts on screen.
But Jellycat's fine too.
But Urkness means we get more Jellycats, so.
it's a hard decision to make, really.
But
We're kind of coming up on the end of the run here. There's only 3 cards left on this. Is this the last fight? This is the
Yes,
last
it
fight,
is.
isn't it? Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to PB because I had to redo that one.
Oh, yeah.
It has been pretty good besides that one death. And it is the downside of playing the way I do. Like I said, play risky, take damage, get through it faster.
It's like you're speedrunning or something.
Yeah, almost.
Chat, before the run closes, I would love to hear who your favorite Maiden, Spell, or Rabbit and Steel characters are in the donations.
we're not going to talk about the noises that the cat makes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's no way we're leaving that on the table.
There's an item in Rabbit and Steel called Rabbit Spell. Yeah.
New game
that
just
looks
dropped.
like the Jellycat, and it makes that noise too. It's a great noise. It's a great Jellycat.
Delightful. No notes.
We're pretty sure the Mino Dev really likes Jellycat.
Yeah. Has to have a cameo in the next game for sure.
This one does not make the noise. It is just,
It's just
humongous
huge.
and large.
It's just huge.
Have you considered large cat?
I love large Jellycat. But yeah, Arcanus just kind of gets into this rotation. Fire, debuff. Keeping them up just to
Right, this is the
max
final
that DPS.
attack.
This is it.
The final attacks on all the story modes just crank everything up to 11, and you see the health bar is also huge. So we're just gonna have a lot of stuff come on screen. We're gonna have Jellycats coming in from behind us as a mix-up. So while we're doing that, I just want to start saying my thanks. Thanks everybody who is awake right now. There were a lot of my friends who were asking about when's your run? I want to try and see it as it's 6 a.m. and they're like, ooh, that's hard. So the people who are awake right now, I appreciate you a lot.
Good morning.
I saw a few of you while we were getting ready. You are amazing. Thank you so much. And we're going to have time here in a second. Time. Woo. What's that time? I don't think that's, no, that's not a PB. It's fine. But also, all my queers out there who are excited for Games Done Queer, I just want to remind everybody, you don't owe anybody anything in terms of presentation. I'm they, them with a pretty dress on, and I got a beard, and that's just how I rock it. So follow your own heart on how you want to present yourself, and just keep hanging in there. Things are tough, but, you can do this, and thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.